Do you know any famous people from Cotswold, England? Have you ever heard of Sir Winston Churchill?
I have.
The most famous cigar aficionado in the world. He's not from there.
Oh, he's not.
Welcome back to Arsenic Culture. I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
What's up, man? What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Still work again. I did get a little bit of bourbon here lately, but nothing too crazy. Got a little Maker's Mark release and then a Heaven Hill release. It was, what is it, like grain to glass? It's like I guess like an heirloom kind of variety or something. Yeah, they did like a bourbon and a rye, but I grabbed one yesterday at Liquor Barn, a rye one, so I might have to open that one pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah, sounded good. What about you?
We're going to get into our topic of the day, which is this crazy sheep's milk vodka, but... yeah, before that, I haven't been doing anything except watching a shitload of the Olympics, which are over now. We actually did a short little clip, that thing, which I guess we should have put that on. We kind of missed the boat now, but because it ended today, right? Today was the last. Today
was closing ceremonies. We could do it. We can still throw it out.
Yeah. Did you? When is the closing ceremony?
Today.
Like, do you know what time? Isn't like Tom Cruise supposed to do like a stunt or something?
I don't know.
Kendra told me that. Like
maybe.
And I guess it's supposed to be like. To bring the Olympics to LA in 2028.
Like Mission Impossible?
I guess. Yeah, but I saw him on TV yesterday during the, I guess it was the women's soccer final.
Okay.
Or I guess football final. He was actually in the stands cheering for the girls, and they kept putting the camera on him.
What do you think of when you think Tom Cruise? What's the first movie come to mind?
There's fucking
It's gotta be Mission Impossible, right?
Yeah, Mission Impossible, or honestly, like Interview with a Vampire.
I think Days of Thunder over that.
Days of Thunder,
I'm a
Top Gun.
I forget about Top Gun.
Top Gun's like definitely up there.
That's young Tom Cruise, though. Damn.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. Or,
does his own stunts, too.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the pictures where he's like sitting on top of the Burj Dubai?
Yeah.
And I guess that was for Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Scientology helps you, I guess. You know.
I guess. Well, they keep bringing guys in like that. I think he helped Scientology at this point.
Yeah. I wonder if he's learned about the aliens and shit now. Has he paid enough money to learn?
I guess I guess they're not real until you pay enough money. And
makes sense.
And then you know about them, yeah. But yeah, I guess the official final medal count, I'm kind of confused because I saw articles that said there's like the final medal count, but it looked like there were still events being played out, but I guess they're ones that we're not going to medal in or something like that.
So if you notice too, when they were putting it on like ESPN or ABC or whatever the hell channels it was on, they were putting it first, the golds, right? Whoever had the most golds was first. Then when America lost that lead, they went to overall medals. Like who's got the most overall medals is first. So I don't even know how you choose a winner.
I actually go to the Olympics website and they list all the information, but they do priority by gold medals. So it's been United States and China were like neck and neck. But from what I could tell, I might even like.
I think we won. I think we were 1 by 1.
No, we tied.
Oh shit.
We tied.
Then we won overall medals, I guess.
But we won overall. So we had the most medals since 1984 that we've ever had. And it was something like 100 and I can't remember. I'm going to pull this up real quick.
I wonder, in 84, I was trying to think, I'd have been 5, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like that might have, who would have been in that Olympics?
So that one, it was Mary Lou Retton.
I was going to say Mary Lou Retton.
Which she's like, she might be dying soon.
She's on oxygen, and I don't know.
They said she's got like some rare form of pneumonia. They can't even figure out what's wrong with her.
Shit.
Yeah, so she's like fighting back. There was one point she was on her deathbed, and they're like, she's gonna die. But yeah, Mary Lou Retton, super famous, and then Carl Lewis also.
I remember him.
Yeah, which he actually just came out and he had some comments for the track and field squad. I couldn't understand what he was talking about. He's talking shit, saying they need to change some stuff, but for good reason, because apparently in the event he was talking about, I guess the relay, we haven't medaled in like 20 years.
I think we have in the women's at least, right? Like, I think that's Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, they took the gold. So I mean, it's just the men's side, but yeah, he's like blaming coaches or something like that. So, but yeah, Carl Lewis, he was a badass. But
he was.
We got. So United States has 40 golds. China's got 40 golds. But overall total, we have 126.
That's a lot of medals.
Yeah, and China's got 91. So they're right behind
I think
us.
I think they had to reverse one of those too. Somebody won a bronze and they had to give it back to them. So I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, that was one of ours too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of ours.
Yeah, I didn't read that. That was weird.
Yeah, it was like a floor. I guess it was gymnastics, maybe women's or might have been men's, but they had to take it back. I guess they reviewed the score. Why in the hell would you review the score like 3 or 4 days or a week later? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, it's like in soccer. If you ever watch, I know you don't watch a lot of soccer.
I watch it occasionally.
Like
If there's
football.
nothing else on and I'm not watching paint dry, but
Right. Exactly. I love it. I played soccer in high school, but yeah, there's sometimes they'll blow a whistle and they'll make a call, and they'll go back and then they'll reverse the call like 4 minutes later, and it's like what's the point of even like making the call in the first
I
place?
think my favorite part of soccer is like overtime. It's like, how much longer do we have? Well, we'll just figure it out. It's like, I don't know.
You got the extra time, and then like if you actually go into overtime, you have 2 periods of overtime.
I guess that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about extra time.
Extra time,
Like,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like,
the extra time.
we got some time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and they'll just make it up. You're like,
and then randomly just blow a whistle. I'm like, what? How the hell did you know?
it's funny because they'll be like, okay, there's like 4 minutes of extra time. And you'll be like, okay, how'd you come up with that number? And then they'll let it go for like 6.5 minutes.
Yep.
It was like, it was the final game in the Women's Cup. And they're like, everybody, I was over West 6 Brewing, and everybody's screaming at TV's like, blow the goddamn whistle, fucking end the game already, you know? And they just keep going back for like a minute and a half. And they finally did. But yeah, there's like no rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, that was fun, man. I'm not like a big nationalist or anything like that, but the Olympics come on.
It's good to
and
see
I'm like,
the U.S. win,
fuck
right?
everybody else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But maybe not China because they probably own us or something.
I don't know. I think they have a lot of our debt.
Yes,
so,
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Probably take them.
Yeah, I just been doing a lot of drinking a lot of vodka.
There
Do
you
you
go.
like vodka?
I'm not a real big. I'll drink it in a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
got sick of it when I was younger, and I think I just never got the taste back.
Oh,
for it.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See, I drink it all the time, like in I'll mix it with like ginger beer and a lime. I like a Moscow Mule.
I do like a
Bloody
Moscow
Mary.
Mule.
Yeah,
I usually get
I'll
like the
mix it.
Kentucky Mule with bourbon, but
Right. Yeah. I don't ever drink it straight, and I think
I agree.
vodka is like one of those spirits. I feel like if you know somebody that drinks it straight,
They're an alcoholic?
It's a good sign that they're an alcoholic.
Yeah, or from Russia or something.
Or which is the same thing.
Yeah, same
basically.
thing.
Yeah.
I think you have to be an alcoholic to be
Exactly
live
right.
in Russia.
It goes hand in hand. Have you seen clips of like on YouTube of like Russians like in the winter?
No, but I've watched a lot of movies with them.
Yeah, and all they do is like sit around and drink vodka because it like keeps you drunk, so you can deal with the weather, and it keeps you warm.
Yep,
So-
chain smoke cigarettes and drink vodka.
Exactly right. Yeah. So vodka's got a really storied history. But just briefly, do you know what vodka means? Without staring at my notes.
I'm trying to look at your notes upside down.
You're like you're the guy like looking over my shoulder, cheating off the
I
test.
don't know what it means.
It is Slavic for water.
Okay, it is clear.
It is
makes
clear.
sense.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like water, but
It is not.
it goes back as far. The written records go back as far as 14th century in Poland, but they're saying like actual vodka could have been distilled as early as the 8th century, which is a long freaking time. It's usually made from either rye, wheat, or potatoes. I know we talked about like
Yeah, I feel like in my mind I think potatoes, but then I remember my wife's cousin had a gluten allergy or something.
Really?
I guess could have potato. I don't know. Either way, she would always be looking for potato vodka, and there was like one brand. It's hard to find actually.
right. Yeah, is it like Chopin?
I have no
think?
idea. It's been probably 10 years ago.
Because
but-
I know you're a vodka aficionado.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we have like 1,800 minus 1,800 balls at home, so
Yeah, right.
zero.
But it's in Russia, so that was Poland. It's gone back to the 8th century. In Russia, where it's most popular, I guess, goes back to around the 14th century from the Chudov Monastery, which I had never heard of this, but the Chudov Monastery was a Orthodox Russian monastery that basically just kind of not ruled the country, but like the whole country like revolved around this monastery. And they've been around for centuries until they were actually taken down in 1917.
So it's the mob.
Essentially, yeah. Which, I mean,
I didn't say that though. Allegedly.
that's basically been Russia.
Don't come and get me.
Yeah, that's basically been Russia in some form
Yeah.
or another, like
Yeah.
every single century. So, but back then it was flavored with like herbs and fruits and spices, which kind of reminds me of like
gin or something.
right,
Maybe?
yeah. Or like how everybody used not turmeric. Or what's the shit that every single time we do like a new spirit they put
Juniper.
anise.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody used. I bet you they like probably put anise in there, which would
Yeah.
make it like
It
every
makes-
other thing that we've had.
It
on
makes
here.
you wonder though. Like, when I think vodka, I think clean, clear
Right.
spirit. Like
And that's
not
what it
much
is now.
taste, right?
Exactly right. That's what it is now. Back then, they would proof it between, or the ABV would be around 20 to 30%. And I guess the flavoring, was just to make it taste better because it is a neutral spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Might not have been the greatest distilling practices back then.
No. Yeah. Well, and then once the distilling practices got better, like at the turn of the 20th century, that's when it started to really take off. And then it was around, the staple is usually around like 40%, like 80 proof.
Yeah, that's an 80 proof vodka. I mean, you'll see 100 proof sometimes. Like I remember Smirnoff. Smirnoff, when I used to work in a liquor store, they'd have different colors for different proofs. I want to say blue.
For different proof? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So back then, they didn't have all the flavored vodkas back then, but, I want to say blue was 100 proof. There's blue, red, maybe some other ones. They were different proofs on there.
Do you ever drink any of the
Tavarsky, too.
You drink any of the
shit.
Tavarsky. I remember Tavarsky, yeah. That'll put some fucking hair in your mouth.
Yeah, well, that and Kessler, that's good. That's good shit.
I remember having Tavarsky, and it's like, it tasted like hard.
I
feel like it just scratches your throat.
I was thinking that when you were saying that. I feel like vodka when I was growing up tasted heavy.
Yeah.
Like it was like thick, and it shouldn't be thick. It shouldn't be viscous.
But
it should be,
back then, we were drinking like, oh, hey, this liter is $8.99.
Yeah, but it's a black label. It just says vodka,
Yeah, with like 3 X's on it, or 4 X's.
It's fine.
But yeah, so this stuff right here, I thought this was really interesting. These guys came to Lexington, Kentucky, and I think this is the first time they're coming stateside.
Yeah.
And it's made with sheep's milk, which makes no sense to me. I know there's sugar in milk. So
I wouldn't see how that would translate. Honestly.
I had to look it up.
Yeah.
It was very strange. But they were over at an event over at the Manchester, that new boutique hotel. And me and Kendra and some friends were having dinner down there. They brought the actual sheep. Like the people that own this farm, Blacklion, in Cotswold, England, brought their sheep in, and they're like these big old like horned rams. And I was like, I thought if it had horns, it was a guy, and if it didn't, like a
clue,
like a
bull,
cow or like a deer or something like
Yeah.
that. And so we're walking around and be like, someone needs to tell them that they're milking guy sheeps. Like, I don't know if I want to try this.
What was that, Kingpin? Was that when he went out there?
Yeah, exactly right.
The
He's
milk
like,
mustache.
Yeah, he's like, we don't have any
Like,
cows.
is Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, he's like, we got a bull. That's what I was thinking the whole time. So I actually asked them. They said this breed of sheep, the Matterhorn, I believe it is. The females actually have horns too. So
Very cool.
I'm glad they told me that.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are distilling a bunch of sheep semen? I guess I'll try it.
I mean, we're in for a bottle.
I'll try anything once, yeah. So this is the process to make sheep's. I had to kind of like do some sleuthing. You make cheese from sheep's milk, okay?
Makes sense.
In the cheese making process, you add some bacteria to slowly ferment it. Yeah. And then you add an enzyme, and that curdles the cheese part. Mm-hmm. You know what cheese curds are. That's essentially
in Wisconsin.
Exactly right. That curdling actually essentially creates the cheese curds, and what's left is just a liquid. That liquid is whey.
Yep.
You think of like whey protein.
Yeah.
Typically, when you make cheese, which is what they do on this farm, they take the cheese and they just throw the whey away. But what they decided to do is like, hey, there's still some lactose in there. They can use that bacteria to ferment it and then distill it, and that's how they ended up coming to vodka. It's smart. It might be marketing shtick, but it's smart because
It's just looking at a waste product, and then you don't have a waste product.
It's
right?
very efficient. Yeah. Now, as to like how good it is and how pure it is, I don't really know. We will find out now.
We will.
But we'll take this out here. Go ahead and
It looks clear.
cut that.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign that it looks clear.
It's a cool little label.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
but I
interrupt
mean,
you.
just like I was just thinking, what do you think a sheep's milk vodka should taste like?
I would think like slightly almost tart, like a cottage cheese or goat's milk kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goat cheese, whatever.
Goat cheese. Do you know what I think?
Goat cheese.
You know what I think it's gonna taste
What do you
like?
think? What do you think?
Fucking like every other vodka.
Could be. Most vodkas taste like every
I
other
know,
vodka.
right?
Well, this one's triple distilled.
Yeah. And then each time they distill it, it just makes it cleaner and cleaner,
I have
right?
a little knife.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't have my knife.
I can get it.
Here, just use a pen or something.
I don't
you're
want
gonna
to
finger it
rip
out.
it. I did not figure.
Yeah, just cut it with that.
Yeah, there it goes.
So this is made in Cotswold, England. Do you know the difference? I don't want to sound like an idiot here, but in the past couple of years, I've been a little confused. Do you know the difference between England and the United Kingdom?
No idea.
I kind of didn't either. So like growing up, I was just like, you would just say England.
Yeah.
We didn't really use the term UK or United Kingdom very often, but it's been coming up a lot more, so I Googled it. Cotswold is in England, which is a country.
Okay.
The United Kingdom is a sovereign state comprised of 4 countries. England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I kind of feel like an idiot. I feel like this should be like common knowledge, but
We probably learned that in like 4th grade geography or social studies, but I didn't pay attention.
and I wasn't paying attention.
Shockingly,
Yeah, I was like carving shit into my desk.
yeah.
when they were talking
your
about
initials in the back of the book. You
exactly
know?
right. Yeah, but the greater I guess the British island is got England and Wales and Scotland on it, and then Ireland is actually on a different mainland. But this is interesting, and I guess this is why it's so confusing. All the other 3 countries have their own like respective governing bodies, like a parliament.
Yeah.
England doesn't. The
what I-
United
monarchy.
Kingdom, which is a sovereign state, has their governing body located in London, which also governs England. It's really fucking confusing, but I guess they were just kind of like, you guys are here already, so you might as well be our. It's like you're doing the UK, just kind of do us at the same time.
Work us in.
Slip it in.
Just work us in,
It's like,
yeah.
we don't feel like electing like more people. Can you just like throw us under your
I've seen
umbrella?
you guys will do it. You're okay. You're fine.
Yeah,
We'll work with that.
exactly right. So we got sheep's milk vodka here.
So nose
triple
on
distilled.
this. I mean, I'm not a vodka guy. I don't know if this smells exactly like vodka to me. Like it smells a little.
And I wonder, are we wanting it to
Maybe
smell kind of milky?
Maybe,
You know what I mean?
but vodka to me is almost like rubbing alcohol. Like it's
Yeah.
it's not very flavorful. I'm not a vodka fan.
Right. And then this is 80 proof. It's 40%, which is
Standard.
kind of the standard one. So
I mean, it smells actually pretty good.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's super clean. You think milk, so it almost
Makes you think it's
subconsciously
creamy a
makes
little
you think
bit.
it's like
Yeah,
a creamy
yeah,
texture.
yeah.
And you know what? From a marketing standpoint, that could actually add to the benefit
Yeah.
of them selling this product.
That might be that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, first drink.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But I'm with you. I think the marketing, like you said, you think sheep's milk. You think in my mind, I think like goat cheese, something like that.
Right, yeah.
I think creamy. So I mean, that's what I'm getting from this mouthfeel wise.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I'm throwing away, if we did a blind,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be all fucked up.
I don't know. I feel like if we had a blind with just standard like Tito's,
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much the standard, right? I mean, I
think so.
I think so. So if
Yeah.
you had that, I mean, I think I could tell the difference. I think
I don't know if
Tito's
I
is
could.
straight rubbing alcohol.
You do?
I
Okay,
do.
see, I like Tito's is actually
Well, I don't
our
like
go-to.
any vodka necessarily, so.
Yeah, I take that back. Tito's is our second go-to. Our go-to now is actually Costco.
Oh, you should. Yeah, everything Costco.
Oh, yeah, they make
it probably
they-
is Tito's, just in a different label.
They make like a 7-time distilled American vodka, and
Mm-hmm.
it comes in like a huge bottle, like, it's like, I guess,
Half
a liter.
gallon or-
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
liter.
or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, maybe it's half a gallon. It's like $13. And it's really good. And we just mix it with like ginger beer or
And then Tito's is probably, twice that at least.
oh, yeah. Tito's is good too.
You know, it's always weird, though, too. Like, do you think you could taste the difference in vodka? Like, if you had a Smirnoff and a Tito's side by side?
I don't know.
I don't think I could. For me, I don't think I could. I'm probably not trying. I don't love
Yeah.
either one. But I've had people like order stuff. It's like, oh, I'm not getting it unless it's Tito's. And I'm thinking, you're getting it in a mixed drink.
Yes,
First off,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Like, pro tip there, you don't order Pappy if you're ordering bourbon to mix
Exactly
it.
right, yeah.
Order the well, or order something like a Maker's Mark or an Old Forester 100 proof.
I used to do that shit all the time when I was younger. We go out
Mm-hmm.
to the bar or something like that. You got a girl you're trying to impress.
Yep.
Be like, yeah, I'll take a vodka tonic and make it with Belvedere.
Yeah, Kettle One. I only
Yeah,
want
yeah.
this. I only want this. I won't drink anything else.
And the bartender's like, you got it. He turns
Yeah,
around.
he
He's
turns
like, you
around.
sorry son of a
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, we'll charge you $18 and you're getting the cheap shit.
Yeah, exactly right. And then they have like the bottom of the barrel, like this tonic water. It was like a gallon for like $3. It's like pink. It's like not even clean. So I don't know. This shit's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. So, like, what's the price of this? I think if I think a fifth of vodka, like a Tito's or something, I'm probably thinking between 20 and 30, like for a fifth.
I think that's where all of this kind of falls apart for me. It's not super expensive. This bottle, this is $750, right? 700 milliliters.
Oh, okay.
This was $50.
Okay.
So
but they're marketing as a premium one, so it's not going to be
market as a premium one. Right?
Essentially, you wouldn't mix this, which I would, but essentially you wouldn't.
If you're a vodka connoisseur, I would imagine you'd be like, this is pretty good for $50. I'd keep a bottle around.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that thinks vodka all tastes the same, which is I think most people, I think $50 is probably a little too much. The marketing shtick is kind of cool. Subconsciously, you get that kind of like, oh, this has got a creamy mouthfeel. Whether it does or not, I don't know.
I think it does. I think it does.
See, I think I want to think it does, and I think that's just in my head. I think it's just in my head.
It might be. I'd like to try it. We'll try it side by side sometime of just like another vodka, just see if we get a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I'd keep a bottle of that if I wanted to have a premium vodka. Because if you look at it, like, I mean, no secret, I like bourbon, I like rye.
Right.
You know, $50 for a bottle of bourbon and rye won't touch a premium brand. Like,
I
it's,
agree.
It's not going to happen. So,
in fact,
for that, it's like, man, that's not bad.
let me go grab a bottle real quick.
Yeah.
We took a little break here, and I went upstairs and I grabbed. This was actually the only bottle we had. They drank all of the Costco stuff, so this is Platinum brand. This looks like something they serve at a strip club.
Is that Bud Light Platinum? I remember that.
Exactly,
Bud
yeah.
Platinum.
It's a big old plastic blue bottle. Says it's 7 times distilled. Extra smooth. It says extra smooth on there, but this is 80 proof, just like
every other vodka. Most
every other.
vodkas.
Yeah, exactly right. So we're gonna try to do a little side by side here. Do you all still have some of the?
Yeah, I've got some left. Yeah, I'm good. It's actually the nose is still really good to me. I'm still enjoying this one, and I'm not I've never had a vodka where I'd say I'll just drink that straight. I can do that with this one.
I haven't either, and I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing. So let's do these side by side and see if you can actually tell a difference here.
I don't get anything on the nose on that one. Oh, now I did. I mean, just straight alcohol. There's no.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of normal, right? That's what you're supposed to get.
I barely get a nose on that one.
So this Platinum brand, it's not bad, man. I feel like it's maybe got it's a little more harsh, but not like a ton.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. That's definitely harsher. But in a mixed drink, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
That's vodka I'm used to. Like, I get rubbing alcohol. It ain't me.
See, I think it's very similar. I still think it's very similar.
I'm gonna go back to the other one just to make sure I'm not.
And this is actually
crack.
it says re-imported by Sazerac Company, so this is a Sazerac brand. Which I didn't know, but
that's night and day. It's night and day.
Really?
Yeah,
big old blue strip club bottle. This I feel like if you got bottle service at like
that's what you're getting.
the Mouse's Ear in Knoxville,
they're probably gonna drop a little something that flashes in there. You know what I mean?
Sync it to the music, like
they bring it to the club like dry.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
it's $800 a bottle. Yeah, they've got 24 in it, $24.99 in it.
Yeah, and then the Coca-Cola chasers are like another $55.
Yeah, maybe this is cheap, and each can of Coke's for
exactly
$500.
right. Yeah, I think they're very similar. I'll be honest.
Did you go back and forth on them?
Huh?
Did you go back and forth on them?
I
Side by
did.
side?
I still think I think there's a lot.
I'm gonna totally disagree with you. Yeah. I think that one's night and day again. Now, again, if I were putting these in a Bloody Mary, I don't care. But if I were to ever sip a vodka straight, which is probably a rare, not going to happen occasion, but I'd rather have that black line.
You know what's funny? I was kind of talking about how it's subliminal, how it feels like it's got like a creamy mouthfeel. This actually pulls it out more when you put it side by side.
100%.
So I'll take those words back. Yeah, I mean, it is actually surprisingly, sheep's milk vodka has like a creamy mouthfeel, which is kind of cool.
Cost difference, so what was that? What do you think?
It's
that
like
was
$8.
Yeah, right. So that's $50. Again, though, you're not drinking that Platinum straight. I wouldn't drink any vodka straight. Maybe that one. I would drink that Black Line.
If I was
straight.
Russian, I guess I would. But Black Line, I would drink
Just
that
open the
straight.
bottle between two guys, see who passes out first.
That's the game, right? Yeah. And then you get a gun and put one bullet
Russian
in it.
roulette.
And you spin it. Yeah.
You think you have to do both?
Yeah. Do you know any famous people from Cotswold, England?
I've never heard of Cotswold England until today, so I'm going to say I do not.
Super famous people. Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
J.M. Barrie.
That's going to be J.M. Hales.
Who created Peter Pan.
Okay.
That's like the most famous person. That's all I find. Jean Le Carre wrote the novel Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, which I guess was
there's a movie too.
I never saw it, but
I didn't see it either.
But you ever heard of Sir Winston Churchill?
I have.
probably the most famous cigar aficionado in the world. He's not from there.
Oh, he's not.
But he lived close by, and he visited there very often.
Like he lived in Louisville, and we're in Lexington, kind of East Coast.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's probably their biggest claim to fame. So apparently, it's a beautiful place, though, very scenic. So
they have sheep too, I hear.
There got sheep everywhere, and you milk them, and then you can make vodka out of it. So is it worth it? If you like vodka, I'd say this is very worth it. If you're just kind of like the average Joe, I'd say maybe try it, but.
I think if you're mixing it, who cares? But if you're actually going to try to have a vodka that you can sip on straight, or maybe just like a little bit of lime or something, I mean that's really good. That's the best vodka I've had.
I think if you want to get into vodka, this would actually be a great jumping off point if you can get it. I'm not really sure where all this is distributed.
I remember I talked to you earlier. I feel like we heard about this from maybe a year or two ago. Just online, there was an article I saw, like an odd vodka.
Right.
But they didn't have importing. They weren't importing to the U.S. then.
Really?
So look at the back of this. I saw they're imported in Paris, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Blacklion International. So I guess they founded something there and imported their own shit.
And so what I've been hearing people talk about is that I guess we are the first state to actually get this, which is
that's right.
I mean, that's really cool. So
it is cool.
Blacklion Vodka. Honestly, the more I drink this, the more I'm really enjoying it.
I agree. I agree.
This is actually pretty good.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Still $50 for vodka is pricey to me, but once I get to the bottom of this bottle, it kind of feels like I'm going to be buying a second bottle. So
I enjoy it.
Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. Yeah.
I agree.
For more Arsenic Culture, you can check us out on all the socials. The tag is at Arsenic Culture. At Arsenic Culture.
Yeah.
I guess.
We're on the TikTok, the Twitter.
The YouTube?
Twitter, not much, it sucks. But
Yeah.
Facebook, we're on YouTube. We're on every single podcast we got on YouTube Music now. So we're everywhere.
Yes, sir.
And Instagram.
We'll see you in the next one.